Hello, everybody. All right, I believe that we are live. Yes, we are. We should be. Hello, everybody. My name is Harry. I review games for the Montreal Canadiens, and today we faced the Boston Bruins. Hello, everybody. My name is Harry. I apologize. For some reason, the stream decided to go back in time. So yeah, my name is Harry. I review games for the Montreal Canadiens. Tonight, the Habs faced the Boston Bruins. It was game number 48 of their season. And surprisingly, not a bad one. Surprisingly, for the best team in the National Hockey League, they sure as hell did not play like it tonight. We are going to get into that. Of course, if you guys got any comments or any questions, please put them in the chat, and I'll get to them as I do. Sorry, boys, I just got to turn up my gain ever so slightly. Sorry, boys. So the blue lines for the Montreal Canadiens were Pitlick, Suzuki, Anderson, Hoffman, Dach, Leonin, Boyer gang. Let's go, baby. Dvorak, Dadonov were alone on the third pair, or on the third line, and Harvey, Bedard, Belzile, Pizzetta would have the fourth line all to themselves, the Laval line, as we are probably going to call them. Matheson, Savard, Edmondson, Barron, Harris, Jacki, and Kovacevic were your defense pairings. Sam Montembeault gets the start between the pipes, and Caden Primo backs him up as he should be playing in the AHL right now. The opening lines for the Bruins were Marchand, Bergeron, Smith, Zacher, Krejci, Pastrnak, Hall, Coyle, Frederick, and Foligno, Koppinen, and Greer. Surprisingly, I would not see too much of the fourth line for the Bruins out there tonight. I would not see much of them, but YouTube is not loading for me. There we go. Never mind. Sorry, boys. I just gotta see if you guys can hear me. I'm assuming you guys can, but there we go. Never mind. Yes, you can, boys. All right, sorry. Grizzlick, McAvoy, Lindholm, Carlo, and Forbert, Clifton. Connor Clifton backs him up as they've been splitting mostly in Boston. I put before the game, holy hell, this is going to suck. It really did go early on. There's a bit of sloppy work. Shot nearly bounced off a Bruin. Swing with the stop. I believe Suzuki would have gotten credited if that went in. Bruins then the other way. Marchand gets double teamed by so the Bruins was trying to work. Pastrnak sidesteps a shot. Monty might have gotten that, but Pastrnak fanned on it, so good for the Canadiens, who go back the other way. They look for something. Fourth line had a bit of I believe it was Dvorak, but it's off a stick, out of play. Shots are 2-1 Bruins, but it's very, very low shot. The Habs very much staying on pace with the Boston Bruins, and we really would throughout the whole game. For a team that's been riddled with injuries, Monahan, Caulfield, the works. I won't have to go into all of them, but you guys know how many injuries we have. For us to stay competitive with the Boston Bruins team and only really lose by a goal, because if you don't count the empty netter, because there's no goalie in that, obviously, we only lost by one, and we only lost because we had a defensive lapse on that third goal. Yeah. Bruins top line heated up a bit, but the Habs go to the power play. Marchand is called for hooking. Zacher with a good steal. Nice glove by Montembeault, short-handed. Habs with some decent speed, but another turnover. Lindholm leads in a 3-on-1 that turns into a 3-on-2 because Pitlick is able to get back. Bacon, how's it going, my guy? Happy to see you. And it's a good stop by Montembeault there. We are 0-for-1 on the power play. Oh. Marchand is out of the box. He gets the puck. Great chance, but it's stopped by Montembeault. Habs aren't able to contain the Bruins at this point. Shots have become 6-1. Anderson then with a good hit. I didn't see who it was on, but a good hit. He was very noticeable in the first period. Would not really be in the second and third. Canadiens then got some chances. Not really like hard shots, but just hoping maybe one beats Swayman. It's a 2-on-1 then for the Bruins. Greer with a good shot, but he misses wide. Suzuki then follows it up with a break. Shot is saved by Swayman. Shots are suddenly 6-6 during a commercial break. Trent Frederick then gets robbed by Montembeault. A great 2-on-1 that just suddenly happens. And Monty, great stop there. Montembeault with yet another incredible game for the Montreal Canadiens. He has been playing fantastic as of the last, I'd say, month and a half. Habs push Barzell. Yes, we suddenly have Matt Barzell. Alex Belzile. Fuck Matt Barzell. Who needs him when you got Alex Belzile? Belzile off the corner of the bar nearly got his first NHL goal. I thought Belzile had another very solid game. He now, spoiler for later on, he now has 2 assists in 2 games this season. So Belzo looking like he might be a decent fourth line addition for the Canadiens, at least for now, until guys are injured. Once guys like Monahan come back, which Monahan, by the way, I didn't bring this up because I forgot to note, but it was mentioned during the broadcast. Monahan skated in a non-contact jersey, so I'd assume in the next probably week and a half, he should be back. That's good. Would like to see Montembeault would like to see Montembeault back in the lineup. Would like to see Monahan back in the lineup. Dying seconds, Taylor Hall gets a good shot. Monty's able to save. I believe that came with about 0.4 left. The shot. Speaking of the shots, after the first period, they are 11-7 for the Bruins. A scoreless tie, though. So both goaltenders playing well. Montembeault, though, with the better saves. So I'd give the edge towards him. Swayman didn't really have to face many good shots, many quality shots, just because the Bruins were great at were really good all game for the most part of not really allowing good chance goals. Habs early with a few looks. There's some decent push. Bruins were returning the shots. Montembeault, great stop on Zaka. Really solid to see that. Then the Bruins go to the power play. Anderson's called for tripping. Pasta is robbed by Montembeault on a great 2-on-1. That you love to see. We are 1-for-1 on the PK. Both teams in back and forth, a couple chances. Able to play well defensively are the Canadiens. Nick Suzuki then gets hit by Derek Forbort after clearing the puck seconds earlier. And that's a penalty. It's interference. Pizzetta wanted Forbort, but the Habs are going to the power play for interference. The refs break it up. I like to see that. Pizzetta actually did go to the box with another Bruin, apparently. I think they both got roughing penalty. I want to say they both got roughing or unsportsmanlike conducts. But the Canadiens score on the power play. Kirby Dach with his 9th goal of the year from Yevgeny Dadonov and Mike Hoffman. A 1-0 lead for the Canadiens. Good power play, good chance, and it's a good goal. We are 1-for-2 on the power play. Canadiens then get some good push against the Bruins' fourth line. We looked hard to extend the lead. Dach with a great chance. Holy hell. Hoffman with a great pass to him. Doesn't shoot. I don't get why Hoffman didn't shoot there. Then the Bruins go to the power play. Hoffman's frustrated and he just slashes a Bruin 3 times. Can't do that, and it's a penalty. Hoffman for slashing. Hey, Randy, how's it going? My guy picked Bruins to beat the Habs, which I was wrong. Habs played well. Yes, we did, Randy. We very well kept pace with the Boston Bruins. The shots might not have shown it at the start, especially when it was 6-1, 8 minutes in, 12 minutes in, something like that. But the Habs very, very much played well. They very well took it to the Bruins, and at some points even outplayed them, especially in that third period. I thought the Canadiens played really, really well against the Bruins team, and for a team that does not have Cole Caulfield, we're not getting destroyed. I think we're only outscored now. What was the score of the Leafs game? I forget. I think it was 3-2 for us. I gotta look on my YouTube studio. I gotta remember what the final score was. 3-2. Yeah, 3-2. We've only been outscored 6-5. 6-5. No, 6-5. Yeah, because we scored 2 tonight. We scored 3. We allowed 2. We've only been outscored 6-5, which is really solid through the first 2 games. Like, okay, we've allowed 6 goals, but one of them was an empty netter. So really, we're even in scoring 5-5. Very surprising for a Canadiens team, like you said, Randy, is missing Cole Caulfield. The Caulfield injury absolutely hurts the offense. But we're playing very well. We are clearly rallying around Cole Caulfield and at least trying to get a couple wins or a couple goals for him. And obviously, if he comes back next year, his shoulder's perfectly, maybe not perfect, but his shoulder's good to go. His shoulder is good. Maybe 40 next year. We saw how Caulfield has 30-plus goals in the year. If he doesn't have that shoulder injury, I don't know. I think it might be next year. This might be on a contract, hopefully 8-year contract. I'm gonna go out on 50 goals at the very. That might push him. Honestly, I think he might be mad that he couldn't score 40 goals this year or even 30 goals. Unfortunately, he got damn close though. I think it'll push him for next year. Hey, Zarbian, how's it going, my guy? Do you think Caulfield will sign a contract? Yes, Randy. Obviously, absolutely. I mean, at this point, it might be like a 1 year. Like, hey, give me for example, Canadiens might only offer him, 6 only, but like 6-7 million, for example, and he might be like, hey, look, give me a 1 year. Let me prove that I could have scored 40 last year. Let me blah 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 whatever. Zarbian, I'm not lagging. It's you. whenever, I let me prove that I could have scored 40 last year, and I'll give you an 8-year extension after this year, blah blah blah, whatever. I think it could be something like that. When does Caulfield sign? I don't know. I think it'll be a lot easier now because okay, he's out for the year. We know what his totals are going to be. I don't think he's going to come back at some points. I don't think he's going to come back this year, and if he does, maybe last game of the year. I highly doubt it. But if there's a very slight chance he comes back, which there honestly isn't, just keep him out at this point. Just let him rest until next year. The only game he'd come back in is probably the final game of the season. But again, I don't think that's going to happen. But I feel like he could sign a contract. I think probably February, I think, is when he signs. I think sometime next month is when he signs because there's been talks of, okay, Caulfield and the Canadiens have, Cole Caulfield and the Montreal Canadiens have started contract talks. That's kind of all we've heard. That's really all we've heard is just, all right, they're making progress on contract talks, which we don't have like, oh, Caulfield wants a 1 year, Canadiens want a 1 year, 8-year, in between, whatever. We haven't heard anything like that. I think February is when it gets done. I think both parties know that they want 8-year deals. I think they both want an 8-year deal. Caulfield wants to stay at Canadiens as long as he can, I think. Canadiens want Caulfield, obviously, as long as they can. I wouldn't be surprised to see an 8-year, maybe $9 million contract, or maybe some type of 1 year with an agreement that next year he signs, say, $10 million after a 45, 50 goal season, something like that. It wouldn't surprise me if that ends up happening. It wouldn't. I'm going to close some apps on my computer that I've had open because I'm trying to make the stream not laggy. I don't think it is me, but I'm going to try and make it so it's not me if it somehow is. So now all I have open is my WordPad and my Google Chrome. So, yeah. NZA, come the fuck on. We are never beating Boston again, my guy. My guy. The Bruins are the best team in the NHL. We're tanking. Jesus. When Jake Allen better? Never, Randy. Jake Allen's never better. Would you support the Habs decision if they decide to extend Monahan? Wolverine, absolutely. 100%. I'm very much pro contract extension and very much anti-trade Monahan. Sorry, it's saying my connection is stable. I'm assuming it's not. I just got to see real quick if it is. I doubt it is. Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's stable. I don't get YouTube sometimes. But yeah, no, Wolverine. I'm very much anti-trading Monahan unless you have the pretense of, hey, we'll trade you now and we will re-sign you in the offseason. We absolutely will re-sign you in the offseason, but we will trade you and get assets now. I don't want to be super greedy because we've already gotten a first-round pick from Monahan. We got a first to take on that contract for the year from the Flames. So for me, I don't really, really want to trade out Monahan just, we can get another first-round pick maybe, or 2 seconds and a prospect, for example. We've already gotten that first-round pick. We've already gotten that asset attached with Monahan. Sure, okay, it'd be nice to get another first this year, but fuck that. Monahan is too good to just trade him out and risk not re-signing him in the offseason, NCAA, we didn't really come close. We didn't really choke. We kept it close. We were the ones that kept it close. It's not like the Bruins were the worst team in the NHL and we're first in the NHL and we choked. No. They are the best team in the NHL. No shit, they're going to beat us. I don't think February contract is not going to base on possible 50-goal season. It really happens. Recent one was Plekanec. Other than that, I don't remember Habs trading someone signing back free agent. Well, Randy, that's the thing. With Plekanec, we were just fucking stupid. We couldn't let him go. We just didn't want to let him go for some reason. It does really happen, Randy, for sure. But I think that the Canadiens, because from last time we've seen the report coming out, or last we've heard apparently from, I believe it was Friedman, is that the Canadiens are debating whether they want to trade Monahan or whether they do want to keep him because of the leadership and how well he was playing for the Canadiens as well. I feel like it will be some type of handshake agreement where if we do trade out Sean Monahan, it will be some type of thing to bring him back in the offseason. I do feel like it might be that. I mean, Randy, I don't know. It could potentially base, there could be incentives. Obviously, there could always be the bonuses, 50-goal season. I don't know, say $3 million bonus. We're the fucking Canadians. We can afford that. There might be some possible bonuses in there for Caulfield that might say maybe help lower down the average annual value and help us with the cap space potentially. But I don't know. I think we're going to get an 8-year deal with Caulfield. I wouldn't be surprised if it's $9 million. I wouldn't be surprised if it's near the Suzuki amount. I think 7.8, 7.9, I think is what he signed for. Wouldn't be surprised if it's like $9 million because, hey, look, you've seen what I can do. I would have easily scored 40, 50 goals if my fucking shoulder hadn't fucked me up. Give me an 8-year deal, $9 million per. I wouldn't be surprised if Caulfield's camp is like that. But at the same time, wouldn't be surprised if they come with either an even middle or Caulfield just agrees to go with the lower amount to help out the Canadiens. Yeah. And yeah, I don't give a shit about Plekanec in a Leaf uniform. The Leafs choked with Plekanec. Montembeau season, absolutely sure. We haven't beat Boston since 2019. Yeah, because we've been bad since 2019. NZA. Like fucking when Boston's rebuilding in 3 years and we're starting to get on the upswing. Fucking shit, we're gonna start beating Boston. No shit. So yeah, Hoffman, like I said, takes a bad slash. Bruins go to the power play, and they score. Like I said, Savard fails to clear it, and Hall with his 13th of the year ties the game. We are 1 for 2 on the power play. Hey, John Speed, how's it going? My favorite Oilers fan. Habs played great defensively. Savard actually with a good shot block. Bruins pushed late for the lead, but we go to the power play with about 40 seconds left. McAvoy's called for a high stick, just the 2 minutes. Dadonov for 2.8 seconds left in the slot. Pass to him in the slot. Great chance, but no goal. We got about 1:20 left on the power play to start the third. Shots are 23-13 for the Bruins. A 1-1 tie game after 40 minutes. Hey, no problem, John Speed. Got a diploma final exam. Hopefully that final exam goes well, my guy. Best of luck to you, my good sir. People may disagree, but we'll be back at the playoffs for Ottawa. Wolverine, no shit, we will be. Ottawa doesn't know how to win. They don't know how to win. They don't have a winning coach. They don't have a winning culture. They don't have a winning team. They don't have anybody on their team that are winners. Claude Giroux, where did he win a cup? Alex DeBrincat, where did he win a cup? Like, fucking no shit, we're going to be back in the playoffs for Ottawa. Like, who do we have on the team that's won a cup? David Savard, Joel Edmondson. I was going to say Sean Monahan, but no, he's not. We have a couple other guys. David Savard, Joel Edmondson, Jake Allen when he's healthy. He's won a cup. We have guys on the team that will help bring us that winning culture. Well, of course, before we trade Joel Edmondson and Jake Allen, but still, we have guys on the team that have won cups and that know what it takes. You want to hear a funny story? Hell yeah, NZA. Send me a funny story. Hell yeah. Canadians got a few decent chances early. Nothing on net, though. 1 for 3 on the power play. As we get some 4-4 into a Bruins power play, Matheson's called for cross-checking. It was a push. It was a bit of a weak penalty. It was still a shove from behind, so that could have been. I think it should have been, if anything, unsportsmanlike conduct. But either way, I understand why the officials called that. Bruins push. Montembeau making some stops. Short-handed, then. Great looks for the Canadians. Raphael Harvey-Pinard especially making some very, very solid saves. Very much like our first PK, our first power play, which was almost like a Bruins power play. This Bruins power play was almost like a Canadiens power play. So we each got a PK power play, basically. And we are 2 for 3 on the PK tonight. Habs then get more looks up. Harvey-Pinard and Pitlick were really looking good on their lines. Unfortunately, Pitlick, his 2-game little point streak does come to an end. He now has 4 points in his last 3 games, which not as elite. But yeah, Pitlick was looking good. Harvey-Pinard was really, really pushing. Harvey-Pinard wants to stay in the NHL. He's got that drive and that hunger. I like what the kid's been doing. Hopefully he can get rewarded with a goal sometime soon. Bruins off some turnovers. Montembeau was making some very solid saves to keep this game scoreless. Scoreless in the third so far. Bruins got more momentum. They did not want to go down 2-1. The Bruins were looking almost kind of passive as the Canadians were getting some looks. Then they score. David Krejci tips a blue line shot from David Pastrnak home. That kind of sucks, but it's a solid game thus far. The Bruins are up 2-1. We then pushed. Bruins iced it twice. Canadians were just trying to get in the swing of things. And then we score. It's about 3 minutes later after the Bruins get the 2-1 lead. It's some good push, and it's a tie game. Kirby Dach with his second goal of the year, 10th of the season. Second goal of the game, 10th of the year, I should say. It's the second of the year, 10th of the game. Belzil and Barron with the assists. We've got a game just like that, very much similar to his first goal, how Hoffman had taken the shot. It kind of deflected off Dadonov, and Dach was there just to burst into the net. It got through to Belzil somehow, and Dach just on a rebound as people were scrambling, able to put it home. very solid for the 2-2 game. Bruins then pushed right off a faceoff. We were very, very, very well with our sticks. We were checking very well, not letting too many shots get to Monty at this stage. We then pushed. Belzil with a nice chance. Swayman covers quickly, though. And then back the other way. Bruins shot. Montembeault with the cover. And off a faceoff, we lose. Patrice Bergeron, good faceoff win. A little bit of a scramble. Bergeron finds it to Marchand. Nice shot. Rebound gets out to Bergeron. And the Bruins lead it 3-2. That sucks to see. You hate that. Habs pulled Montembeault with 2.5 left in the game. Like to see us actually pushing. We had good puck control, finding some open men with passes, but we aren't able to get anything towards the nets. Bruins just a good job playing well defensively, just not letting us get much. First empty net chance goes wide. Does not cross the blue line. Weirdly enough, does not cross the line. Not an icing. And then Hoffman coughs up the puck because, of course, he does. Pastrnak now with a 4-point night with the empty net goal for the 4-2 Bruins lead. And they will pick it up in regulation. That's going to be their win. The final shots were 29-22 Boston as they defeat the Canadiens 4-2 in regulation. Honestly, Canadiens fought hard. We fought very, very well. To only lose to the best team in the National Hockey League by 2 goals, pretty much 1 goal if you exclude the empty netter, and almost forced it to overtime. Very good effort from the Canadiens. You love to see us pushing without our literal best goal scorer in about 3 decades. About 3 decades, if not longer. You love to see the Canadiens putting up a good fight against one of the best teams in the NHL, if not the best NHL team right now. This team's going to be something special in 3 to 4 years. And the fact that we did this without Cole Caulfield makes me wonder if we had Caulfield. Any comments or questions, put them in the chat, please. Otherwise, like I said, I'll get to these stats, and we're going to work on the outro. Nick Suzuki leads the Canadiens with 16 goals, 23 assists, 39 points. Cole goal, 10 assists, 36 points. Kirby Dach, 10 goals, 22 assists, 32 points. Christian Dvorak with 7 goals, 13 assists, 20 points. John points, fortunately hurt right now, 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. Mike Hoffman, 8 goals, 8 assists, 16 points. Arbor Jacki, 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points. Jacki had a very, very quiet game. So I was not banking on it. Evgeny Dadonov for 4 goals, 9 assists, 13 points. Caden Gooley, 2 goals, 11 assists, 13 points. Jonathan Drouin with 12 assists. Jake Evans with 2 goals, 9 assists, 11 points. All 3 of those guys are unfortunately hurt. Who isn't hurt, though, are Jordan Harris and David Savard, who each have a goal, 10 assists for 11 points. Rysavkovsky, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. Brendan Gallagher has 4 goals, 9 points. Yoel Armia, 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. All 3 of those guys as well are unfortunately hurt. Bruins, what happened? How you barely beat Montreal Canadiens? Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate the James what's his face? James Draws meme. I appreciate it very much, my guy. Mike Matheson has 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points. Jonathan and Joel Edmondson each with a goal, 5 assists, 6 points. Rem Pitlick with 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points. Michael Pezzetta with 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. Chris Weidman and Justin Barron with 4 assists. Anthony Richard with a goal and assist for 2 points. I love men. Hell yeah, Lucas. That's good to hear. Jesse Ilonen and Alex Belzil each with 2 assists. Raphael Harvey-Pinard with a goal. Jake Allen with an assist. He's unfortunately hurt. Arbor Jacki leads the Canadiens with 8 fights. Michael Pezzetta has 4. I love Ben Sherratt. I'm sure you do, Lucas. Caden Gooley and Jake Evans each with 2 fights. Brendan Gallagher, Mike Matheson, and Chris Weidman each with a fight as well. Whew! All right, boyo. So that is going to do it for... sorry, boys. Sorry, boys. That is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you, Ben Sherratt, for fetching us the first. Lucas, potentially Connor Bedard. I know we've said this before, but Lucas, just think. That pick, I believe, is currently projected, 11th overall? Right? Just imagine a Dalibor Dvorsky, Brendan Yeager, Edward Sale, maybe, with that pick. Panthers lost today was an OT. Hey, that's still not bad, Lucas. Yeah, I don't know who Florida played either. I think it was Pittsburgh, I want to say. I want to say they took on the Penguins. The Panthers took on. Also, fucking somehow the Canucks and Blackhawks are still tied 0-0. Yeah, they played the Penguins 7-6. Okay. Okay. I see how it is. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, that was fun. Also, Sabres beating the Blues because no fucking shit. Why wouldn't they be? Tage Thompson with another 3-point night. The Ducks are somehow beating the Arizona Coyotes, and I only say this because Anaheim is technically the worst team in the NHL. Shally? There's no way Edward Sale is Edward Chalet. Okay, I don't want him anymore then. I don't want him then. If that's the fucking case. If it's Edward Chalet, that is Edward Sale. It is Edward Sale. I don't care how you pronounce it. That is Edward Sale. Sale. Like, come on. It's perfect. Fail for it might be Ruslan Saleh? There's no way. That has to be like Ruslan Saleh. Like, add an I on the end of that. Add an I at the end of that. Will Smith, baby. Big hype for Will Smith, by the way. Dude, if the Canadiens somehow... If the fucking... If fucking... Boys, if Will Smith falls to the Canadiens... Sorry to burst your bubble, but hey, don't worry about it, Lucas. It's Edward Sale. I don't care. It's Edward Sale. Oh, sorry. His name is apparently 8 in 10 US NDTP games, and also 9 in his last 5. Hey, were we on a song made in Florida that ended with a Fender Shuffle? Yes, I was. I'm saying I was Sam Pound. I was indeed Sam Pound. Yeah, I was yeah, that was me. I was yeah. Yeah, no, I was Sam Pound. Tank for Bedard. Hey, Darkness, hell yeah, man. There's no way the Blues are getting. God damn it, Lucas. Thank you. There's no way that the Blues are getting Connor Bedard. There is a 0% chance. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, boyos, that is gonna do it for today's stream. I think we're gonna work on getting out of here. Thank you guys. There's a 3% chance. Darkness. So in other words, there's a 0% chance because it's St. Louis. Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah. So all right, boyos. So yeah, guys. Again, that is gonna do it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Rice. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, which includes. But is like Marty comments on your streams and videos is much greatly appreciated. Yeah, like or Montreal or Vancouver, honestly. Actually, maybe not Vancouver. They might just fuck them up. But yeah, guys, link in the description. Amazon wish list, PO box, on the PayPal, the Discord, the Twitch, the Letterboxd, and speedrun account are all down. Then I'm out. I didn't want to. Always remember, no matter how bad we are like last year, or how fairly decent we are like this year. Go Habs, go baby! Thank you guys again for watching. My name is Trace again, and I'm out. Bye, guys. Love you guys. Bye, guys. Bye. Let's go, baby. Another solid.